All right, I have a question. So how many of us know exactly what it is that we need to be doing, but how many of us are actually following through on a consistent basis? See, the gap between knowing and doing isn't knowledge, it isn't intellect, it isn't talent, it's beliefs. And beliefs are nothing more than stories that we tell ourselves over and over again until we convince ourselves that they're true. You can think of your beliefs as like scripts running in the background of your life, and they're ruling everything you do. So how you act, how you think, and ultimately the outcomes that you create. Most of our beliefs were formed from the ages 0 through to 7 before we were even old enough to be able to question them. You probably absorbed them from your environment, from school teachers, parents, from friends, and you didn't consciously choose them. Some of these beliefs can empower us, but truthfully, a lot of them hold us back, and they are called limiting beliefs. Your belief system is your model of the world. It's how you see reality, and it's kind of like a lens over your eyes, how you perceive everything around you. Peter Crone calls himself the mind architect. I love his work. If this does interest you, I highly recommend checking him out. And he says, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will continue to rule your life, and you will call it fate. That is the epitome of what a belief is. We're not consciously aware of it, but it dictates everything that we do and the results that we get. And the truth is, people don't make a change because logically they know that it benefits them. People make a change when they associate enough pain to staying the same and enough pleasure to taking action. So let me share with you how this works. So think of a time where you had a food or a drink, it could even be alcohol, that you really, really loved. You were probably having it all the time, overindulging, until one experience happened. You had one experience where you had that food or that drink and it went down, but then it kept coming back up. And with enough intensity, with the smell, with that experience, you've probably never touched that again. So I had this experience 2 years ago, Christmas night. It was 2023. I remember it so clearly that my uncle was cooking on the barbecue and I wasn't eating red meat at the time, so I requested fish. I loved fish at that time because I was pescatarian. It's pretty much all I ate. And then that night I had that, and then I had that intense experience after. And I haven't had fish since. So with that experience, was that a change in willpower? No, it was a change in experience and association. I now associate so much pain to having fish rather than the pleasure that I previously had. So when you link enough pain to something, it takes no more willpower, you just avoid it. And that is the key. We act based on what we link pain and pleasure to within our nervous system, not just within our head or our mind, but also within our gut. But the problem with that is a lot of us are associating pain or discomfort to the very things that we need to grow and move the needle forward. So you probably associate pain to public speaking, to getting out of your comfort zone, to going to the gym, to networking events, all of the things that you know that you need to be doing, you're associating pain to, so it's stopping you from taking action. And that is because in your mind, you know you should be doing these things, but within your gut, you have fear, you have doubt, you have worries, and that holds you back. So if we first don't become aware and then change these associations, they're going to continue to rule our life. But when we consciously shift what we link pain to and what we link pleasure to, then everything changes. So I'm going to leave you with a task. I want you to take out a pen and a paper, and I want you to write down what is the main belief that is holding you back. And it feels real, it feels so valid. Just write it out, get it out there. And now I want you to reflect and think, what if I associated more pain to staying the same than to actually taking action? Like, what would that reality look like? How different would my life be if I actually had more pain in not taking action? Because when the pain of inaction outweighs the fear of change, that is when real transformational change happens. And I know that if you're watching this, then that is exactly what you're looking to do. So I hope you love this video. Please let me know if you have any key takeaways. I would love to hear. And if you are an entrepreneur or a creative, you need to check out version 2.0. This is a community that we founded for like-minded people, entrepreneurs, creatives to come together and become a better version of themselves, to let go of fear, limiting beliefs, and step into their power. So if this is something that interests you, feel free to click the link in my bio, watch the video, and we'll talk soon.